Hey, hello, welcome back. My name is Jack the Snack that smiles back. It's time for the usual shtick, bit of classical stories on the internet, so sit back and enjoy. Today I fricked up by showing up to work early and catching my boss in an awkward position that should be a today I fricked up of her own. Oh boy. I work in the removed for privacy reasons industry and am paid purely by commission. So I don't have specific office hours that must be followed. In order to hold myself accountable, I set an 8:30 to 5 office schedule that I typically adhere to. Sometimes I show up later than 8:30, but I never show up earlier. My office is located in a suite that contains a communal area, with 3 office doors on one side of the room. The first door you pass when entering the building is my manager's office. My office is the second door, and the third office is occupied by an elderly employee that works remotely in order to social distance. I decided to show up to work early today because, I would normally just do this at home before going to my office, but the documents I needed were in my office. My boss's car wasn't here when I arrived, but I didn't think anything of it. I unlocked the door as usual and entered the building. To my amazement, I was greeted by my buck-ass naked manager, 46 female, sitting in her office chair with her legs spread wide the heck open, rubbing her problems away. Ooh-wee! She just about had a seizure when she noticed me, and I reacted in a pretty strange way. I don't know how I remained so calm, but I simply continued onward to my office after having said a quick sorry.
Carry on.
Stupid, and sat down like nothing happened. Her office door has been closed ever since, and I have no idea what to do. I'm actually writing this from outside because I was literally shaking in that cold building and had to get out, and now I realize her car is parked back here. What do I do? Things are gonna be so awkward. Yes, they are. Oh, wow, so many edits to update the story. Okay. Yes, please, yum. Edit. I'm back inside now, and her door is still closed. I'm gonna stick around for 30 or so more minutes, and if she doesn't come out, I'll just take the day off and talk to her on Monday. Edit number 2. I left for the day. She was probably just getting away from home life for a bit because I'd imagine 3 kids don't provide much privacy. Oh, yeah, okay. Sympathy for that.
I feel like you don't need to be stark naked to do that at work. Like fully naked in your office chair? It's like just do a little sneaky under the skirt action under the desk if you're really that desperate. Just like instant deer in the headlights.
And I like my job as well as working under her. Oh, wait. You're definitely working under her, aren't you? She's taught me a lot. I'm just gonna tell her it's all good and not to worry about it. Yeah, look, I mean, fair enough. I mean, if she was actively trying to pull you into that environment, then that's another thing, but yeah. Edit number 3. I'll definitely update you guys once I talk to her. Also, I'm a 24-year-old guy for anyone that's curious.
It's like every corporate smut novel where it's like, I just walked into my boss's office and she was there, spread, waiting for me, begging me to come closer. And it's like, what? Okay.
So edit number 4, I drove back and dropped a note through our mail slot that says, I'm gonna work on the road today. Don't stress, you've got nothing to worry about on my end. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, well that's nice. I feel that's good. That's all you really need to say.
Bet she wanted you to drop something else in her slot.
No worries, nobody will know. Post on Reddit, it's on the front page now. Oh, that's a good point though, this comment here. I feel strongly that you need to protect yourself. If she is made to feel too uncomfortable, she might give it a bit of time and then fire you. I understand not wanting to go to HR, but you absolutely need to cover your bases. If in 3 weeks from now you get terminated, you can't go to HR with this unprovable claim that's 3 weeks stale. Spin this around.
Why is she doing that in her workplace is the bigger question.
Yeah, no, how would she actually get away with that? Like, how would they not be like, okay, hang on, what were you doing in the office in the first place? Am I the a-hole for stepping down as a bridesmaid just 1 day before the wedding? Throw away, bear with me, I'm writing on my phone. So, last weekend, it was my sister-in-law's wedding. My sister-in-law is my fiance's sister, just to clarify. I've been with my fiance for 5 years, and we've been engaged for 2. Before before I got with my fiancé, his family was trying to get him to date another female friend of his who he no longer talks to because she said some pretty horrible things about him and some of his friends. Plus, she was always trying to put me in my place since I started dating my fiancé, claiming she'll always come first in his life. Long story short, stuff happened and they no longer talk. Well, for fair reason, I think. I have a pretty close relationship with his family, especially his two siblings, his sister, the bride, and his brother. One day before the wedding, we were having a family lunch with the bride's family, and during lunch, she started mentioning that female ex-friend of my fiancé. She started saying what a gorgeous girl she is and how pretty she is. My fiancé and I felt uncomfortable, and my fiancé was pretty ticked off because that ex-friend has caused a lot of damage in my fiancé's life in the past, so it was hurtful for him to hear his sister praising her like that, but he stayed silent since he didn't want to cause drama during the wedding period. The nail in the coffin was when my sister-in-law said that it's a shame my fiancé never got to date her since I came along and took her place, because she'd love to have her as a bridesmaid, but because of me, she can't, and she can't even call her a sister because of me. Damn, what an absolute a-hole. Oh my god, the ego. My mother-in-law told her to apologize and tried to do damage control, claiming my sister-in-law was joking, but she said that she's not joking. She really feels that way. Then proceeded to say she loves me as her new sister-in-law, or she'd just prefer the ex-friend.
Well, goodbye then.
Yeah! I kindly got up and excused myself, saying I'll head home. While I was gathering my stuff to leave, I also said I'd withdraw as a bridesmaid since I'm not really the one she wanted there, and that she could contact the ex-friend while she still has time, and I'll give her my dress since we are the same size. Fiancé left with me, and while leaving, he said something along the lines of, "You never know when to shut your mouth," to his sister. Yeah, good. I'm glad the fiancé's actually sticking with you on this. He absolutely should.
The whole family of the fiancé sticks with her, but her own family is like telling her that she needs to apologize and that
Wait,
she should have
what?
just it gets
Hang on.
interesting.
Mother-in-law justified me walking out. So did my brother-in-law and father-in-law. Right, yeah, so the fiancé's family sides with her.
Yeah.
They say bride's words were ridiculous. They tried to convince me to stay as a bridesmaid, but respected my wish to walk out. My family, on the other hand, said I'm the a-hole for not sucking it up for one more day and walking away from the role while making the bride stressed. So am I the a-hole? This is a first. This is the first time the in-laws have been better treating you than your own family. P.S. I still attended the wedding as a guest. Bride did not talk to me at all, understandably. The groom did, and he said I'm right to be upset, but he thinks I shouldn't step down last minute over a joke. Yeah, well, when the joke's a clear branded grazing of someone's worth, yeah, no, that's not a joke.
But it wasn't a joke. It was like a targeted attack.
Yeah.
Like who just casually brings up, well, I wish my other friend could have been here. She's my real sister. I don't actually want you.
So petty.
Yeah. But one of the comments, because I did read this, they actually had separate sort of dinners.
Yeah, okay, so she likely would have retold the story, as you were saying, in her own words. I feel sorry for those kind of partners. They genuinely think they're trying to help the whole situation. That's, what their partner started. They're trying to ease, calm it all down, but realize they literally have been, their opinion has been poisoned by their partner's bias. My ex, a 30-year-old female, kicked me, a 27-year-old male, out of our house to date other people and now wants me back. I don't know what to do. You can't really dump her ass if you've already dumped it, have you? So, context, around Labor Day, my then fiancé told me that she was starting to have feelings for women and might want an open relationship, and that she had been feeling this way for months. I was devastated. My uncle came to move me out of the house that night, but she and I reconciled and agreed to figure things out together. After a week of a lot of talking, I felt pretty confident that we had come to some idea of how to handle it. Then, while I was on lunch at work, she told me that she wanted to pursue a relationship with her female boss and was ending our engagement and canceling our wedding, which was only about a month away. I had 30 days to move out. I laughed and moved out that night.
I wonder
Far
if it's
out.
the same boss.
Same boss as the lady. Clearly someone has a bit of a kink for the bossy lady. Over the weekend, she called me and sent me a long email about how it was all a mistake and she didn't want to date women at all and definitely didn't want to date another person anyway. She screwed up and wanted me back because she realized how stupid she was being. It was her taking a lot of responsibility for not communicating and hurting me. Okay, but this is like the second time in what seems to be a short time that she's said she doesn't want you anymore, and then the moment she's lost this thing that she's clearly just gotten used to in her life, she's
like
now,
security.
Yeah, I think she only likes you for your security, man. It's been a couple of months. We've talked quite a bit. I've always made it clear that trust is broken and it will take a lot of work to rebuild it, and that I don't know if I can trust her again. She is telling me about how she wants to have kids and wants to make it work and wants to get married next year and how it will all be fine.
Yeah, let's just throw some kids in there. That always fixes it.
Oh, no! I move into my own apartment this coming week, and she is telling me to give it up and move back into the house. I'm conflicted. I love her, but I also got shafted real bad and don't fully trust her not to do it again. I mean, see, that's the thing, yeah, if she wanted to experiment with other women at least, like, she could have communicated it a lot better than just saying, I don't want you here anymore. Yeah, leave her. Edit with an update. Told her to get bent, as one commenter put it. Felt like crap doing it, because I do still love her, but after all is said and done, I knew it was the right decision. Thanks to everyone for helping me get my head on straight. I can be a pretty smart person, at least I like to think so, but romance is definitely my weakness. Too trusting and loving. I'm going to move on with my life and continue building for me. Also, got a great dog to keep me company, and he's pretty happy not having to share attention anymore. Hey. Well, that's a nice happy ending for that one then. I like that. That's good. That's good. I remember seeing this one ages ago. Okay, we're going to do the first story first for anyone who hasn't actually ever seen the story before. And it has an update. So this is, ooh. So, me, 15-year-old female, my sister, who's 19, just ran away with a family friend, 38-year-old male, and my parents can't reach her, and I feel so scared, and I miss her. Now, don't worry. In the other story, the updated story, apparently she's found. So, my sister Liz is 19 years old, and over the weekend, we were all at home, and one of our dad's friends just came into our driveway super fast while I was outside, and we thought something was up. We thought he needed to talk to our dad or something. So I said I'd go get him, and he was like, no, I need to talk to your sister. And my sister ran downstairs like, what's wrong? And he just said to get your stuff, we need to go. Then my sister just left. Just like that. My parents were so confused, and my mum was crying, and my dad was just trying to figure out what was going on. I guess they were dating without anyone knowing, which is so weird. And my parents are so upset. They don't know where she is or how long they've been dating, but we called the cops, and the cops were able to locate them and said my sister was fine, but the police didn't tell them where she was because she's 19, and they said that she wanted her privacy, and they said they sympathize with us, but there's nothing they can do. God, it's so disgusting. Like, he would have known too that because she's 19, she has that right of like wanting her own privacy.
Nothing like a little bit of grooming to keep you happy.
Something's been happening in this family that she's needed to escape from. Younger sister surely would have been aware of it.
What if he's secretly her father?
Oh, okay. My mum has been crying since this happened, and my dad is so mad he wants to find this guy because he thought they were friends. I miss my sister so much, and I'm really scared. I know the cops said she's okay, but I just want to talk to her, and she hasn't even had her phone on in days, so I can't even call her and ask what's going on. Has anyone here been through something like this? Or what can I do to feel better and to make my parents feel better? So, we won't worry about the comments, we'll go straight to the update. Here it is. So the last few days have been pretty crazy. My sister just left, and we weren't able to contact her, and we didn't know where she was. My parents were freaking out. The cops were able to find her, but they wouldn't tell us where she was. So, we were finally able to talk to Gillian, the guy my sister left with's wife. Oh my god! So he has a wife, and he's left her for a 19-year-old girl. Oh, this is, wow, I don't know any way this guy can redeem himself as to being the disgusting pig he is in this story. She had a friend who lives next door to the apartment he was keeping secret from her, and that was where him and my sister were. What? So the wife has a friend who lives next door to the secret apartment that the, I guess the P-file owns. Wow. Talk about it. That's a really weird connection to things. We got there and my dad was so mad it was scary. I understand. I would genuinely be seeing red. Him and my mum were pounding on the door. He finally answered, and everyone was just yelling. It was super scary. My sister and I both are really bad with stuff like that. She literally just grabbed me, and we went into the bathroom and ran the water. A little while later, Trevor came in and grabbed my sister and was like, "Let's go, we're leaving." And my dad was like, "You're not taking her anywhere, she's coming home with us." And that got physical, and it was really scary. My mum and Liz ended up breaking them up, and Liz left with him. But she called me later on and said she was okay, and she didn't want to talk to mum or dad right now. Oh, okay, so it's not actually a happy ending.
It's just, there is no ending. It's just, we know she's okay.
I've been looking in her room for any notebooks or cell phones, but the only notebooks she has are from school, and I think she traded all of her old cell phones in. Everything still really sucks, but at least we know she's okay, kind of. My parents aren't taking this well, especially my dad. He's taking it really, really badly. Oh, is there any more information in this comments? Oh, interesting. I remember Trevor's wife posting on here about confronting him. Is your post for real? If so, then he has likely been grooming your sister for years, and your parents are right to be upset. Keep in touch with your sister. I don't know what else to suggest, as she's legally an adult, but I hope she realizes the truth before long. OP's response: I saw all of her posts. I know it seems crazy. I don't know why we both posted on Reddit. I posted on here because of one of my friends posted on here last week and got a lot of advice. If she saw it posted somewhere on Facebook or something, I'm texting my sister. I hope she'll call me again tonight. Oh my gosh, this is so... Wow, this is such a... Oh my god. So I know my husband is cheating on me, but my pride won't let me divorce him and let her win.
She's 19.
Oh no. Yeah, well, she wasn't aware though. That's the thing. Okay, so here's the story on the wife's perspective. I'm a 32-year-old female and my husband, 39-year-old male, is cheating on me. It's with his friend's daughter. She's so young, it's disgusting. But I can't bring myself to end it with him. In my hand, that's how she'll win. I don't want her to win. I don't want her to know I know. I hate seeing her try to pretend like she doesn't hate me and seeing me with him. We just went to a wedding 2 days ago, and the way they tried to avoid each other was such a joke. If I break up with him, everyone will know. It will make everything easier for them, I guess. All out in the open, the embarrassment will be unreal. Everyone will talk, and I know I'll be compared against her. She's prettier, smarter, probably going to be more successful than me eventually. She could have a million boys her age, but she decided to have him. I honestly never knew how good of an actress I was until this. This isn't sustainable, but I can't bring myself to end it. I almost want to make him do it, make him admit it. I feel like I'm spiraling. I just want him to own up to what he's doing. It will still be disgusting and unreal, but at least he can try to be a man. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just feel like I'm living in a surreal nightmare where everything is almost normal, but it's all wrong.
That is very dramatic and oddly well written.
Yeah, she's going on about her pride, but I feel like if anything, this more so shows your, okay, this is a harsh word to say, but it shows your cowardice. You're afraid to confront him.
She shouldn't be worried about being compared to a 19-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like, why is that her biggest issue?
I feel like too, I'm pretty sure everyone will be more focused on the fact that a man is obviously groomed and dating and trying to get with a 19-year-old girl. They're going to be more focused on that than, oh, look at this prettier girl than the other woman. Like, no, they're going to be disgusted in him. They will be on your side.
Yeah, especially the part where she's like, she could have a million boys her age, but she decided to have him. She probably didn't decide. She was probably groomed that way.
He had someone younger he could control, and now that she is old enough to start coming into herself, he chose someone probably in her early 20s again. Yes, this isn't about you, OP, in the sense that he chose this, and he can't handle a woman his own age that he married. Yes, so he chose a younger woman he can control. Guarantee you he tells her she is so mature for her age that he wishes women, probably you specifically, yes, his own age could be as smart as her, that she is just so special and unique, and she is just a number. Why does he do this? It's for the kinky times and control. He gets off on both. He is disgusting, and yes, it's an ego hit that says you weren't enough. But while you need to work through your issues, all of us do, always, he is doing this because the indomitable male ego of his feels entitled to get hot, kinky times with young women, and young women who haven't grown into themselves are easy to manipulate. This is the thing. I know you see a lot of this on the internet where like, oh, men this, men that, but this is a real thing. Like, this is a real issue that a lot of men males do exhibit. Of course, not all men. And most of the time when people say this, it's more like, oh, well, it's men that I date that are like this, not so much all men in general when they say all men are like this. But it's still an issue. I just feel like I know someone's going to watch this who is going to be like, oh, well, it's not all men. Rah, rah, rah. Yeah, I understand. I'm like that too. I hate seeing the constant vitriol of men as a brush general stroke. But this is a thing. Let's accept it. There are guys out there like this and they deserve to be shamed. Yes, she is making this kind of choice too. She isn't actually innocent here, but she is naive. And one day she will either have to reckon with the choices she made and why, pretty much a 0% chance that she doesn't have some intense trauma somewhere clouding her ability to see herself clearly. And if she doesn't, I promise she won't be the kind of middle-aged woman anyone who is remotely mentally healthy would want to emulate. But by centering yourself as the one who is wrong, somehow you are doing what this commenter said, cutting off your nose to spite your face. Anyone who poops on you for this, that says everything about them and nothing about who you are. Yeah, like I'm gonna leave it there just because it's going on for a bit, but yeah, look, great comment, summarizes it perfectly. Okay, my pineapple trees, it is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you got the time and you've enjoyed today's content, leave a like to just, help me out with the algorithm and the channel stuff. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to stick around for some more stuff on the daily, then subscribe. Yeah, that's me. See you later, and have a good one, you fuck.